Hello friends, in this session we'll be discussing about access modifier in Java. So in Java there are four access modifiers. First is private, second is default or we also call it no access modifier. Third is protected, fourth is public. Okay, so first let's talk about private access modifier and try to understand with the help of example. Okay, so as you can see, I have already created one class called private access modifier, and in that class I have created one private variable called a and initialized it with 10, and I have also created one private method called message, and let's try to see how we can use them in our program. So to use them, what I have done, I have created one main method, and as you already know, like how we can use the instance methods and instance variables. So to use them, first we will have to create the object of our private access modifier class. As you can see here, I have given the name of our object is obj, and with the help of this obj I have called the method called message, and I have also printed the variable called a. So let's try to execute this program and we will be able to understand it more what it does. Okay, so as you can see I have executed it and it gave us hello and 10. So guys, whenever you see this private access modifier in front of any variable, in front of any method, it means you can only use this particular method and variable inside the class in which you have created those methods. So as you must have known, if I have created this method and if on the another day I'll be required to use this method and this variable in some another class, I won't be able to do it. Why? Because the type or the access modifier this variable and this method is having is private. Okay, so I have created another class called private access modifier 2, and let's try to access them from this class. So what I have done, in the same package, private package, as you can see in access modifier I have created another package called private package. So in this I have created another class called private access modifier 2, and in that I have created one main method, and after that, as you know how to call instance variable, I have created the object of our private access modifier class and I have named it as obj1. Okay, so in this way we have successfully created the object of our private access modifier class in modifier 2 class. And now let's try to access our method and variable with the help of this object. So to do that we'll be required to write our object first, then dot, and the method name is message. So as you can see, it is not giving us any kind of message when we press control space. Why? Because this particular method is private. And let's try to execute, and let's try to also call the variable with the help of this. Okay, because of this error it is not letting me write the line. So with the help of this object 1 dot a. Okay, so as you can see it is also not visible. Why? Because we have created these variable and method as private. Okay, so this was the first way to access our private method. Now we will also try another method while extending this class into private access modifier 2 class, and to do that we'll be required to write extends keyword and then the class name which we wanted to extend, and this time we will create the object of our access modifier 2 class, and I will also change the object name with obj1 to obj2. And now let's try to print this variable obj.a, and as you can see it is giving me some error. What it says, the field private access modifier.a is not visible. Why it is not visible? Because this is private. And let's also try to call the method message. Okay, so as you can see, it is also giving us error, and let's see what it says. It says the method message from the type private access modifier is not visible. So I hope you must have got some idea, like if you have created something as private, you won't be able to access it in some another class. Okay, so now as we have understood private access modifier, we'll discuss some questions. And the first question is, let me write it here. The first question is, can we create private class in Java? Okay, so let's simply check it. I'll simply change it from public to private. And okay, so it is giving us some error. Let's see. It says illegal modifier for the class private access modifier. Only public, abstract and final are permitted. Okay, so it says now you cannot create this class as private. Only public, abstract and final are permitted. Just don't worry about abstract and final. These are the keywords, and I can say they comes into the category of non-access modifiers, which we'll be discussing in some another sessions. Okay, so we are not able to create the class as private, but this is not true, because if you will create the external class as public, and inside of that class if you will try to create another class called class A, and you will see, yes, we can create a private class, but that should be inside of another class. So what will be the answer of this question? The answer of this question will be yes, we can create it, but inside of another class of. Okay, so this was our first question, and the question 2 is, which people generally ask in interviews, can we create private constructor in Java class? If yes, please let us know the advantages. Okay, so let's check this also quickly, and let's try to create a private constructor. Okay, so as you can see, yes, we can create a private constructor. So now let's talk about the advantages, like how it will be beneficial for us. Private constructor, well, in Java people mainly use this concept when they actually wanted to create singleton classes, where the object of the class cannot be created from outside of that class. Okay, so let me write it here, the answer, and that will be, answer will be yes, we can create private constructor, and that will be helpful in creating singleton classes in Java. Okay, so this was all about private access modifier in Java, and in next session we will learn about other access modifiers like default, protected and public. So please stay tuned and happy Java learning.